everyone, Dyanne here from Decoeasy. Thank you very much for stopping by the channel of me and my mother-in-law Janny today. We hope to entertain you with a new video about decorating, and yeah, of course we're going to work today with the Jenga blocks again. Janny and I got these from the Action, and then you get 60 pieces for just €3. So are you ready to craft with them? Let's go. Let's grab up the crafting mats. I also going to grab the blocks. Be careful for this one. There is always one in our package that has ink, and if you put it in visible sight, you can paint it whatever you want, but you're still going to see those letters. Also, we need wood glue. Everything here that you see comes from the Action, by the way. That is a similar shop to Dollar Tree, but then Dutch. Okay, and today we're going to make a snowman out of these blocks. Let me build 3 layers. We have 2 for the body and 1 for the head, and maybe we're going to make a hat as well. Laying out the blocks to see how many blocks I need. I'm going to stack 2 upon each other, and I think that for 1 block you have 3 of these sides. So we need to have 6 to make a square. I'm going to open a new package now. There's always this plastic inside. But I really like the sound when you open these up and throw them upon the table. So turn on your sound a little bit louder if you didn't do that already. And now I can't open the plastic. Then we're going to shove it up here. Well, there it is. I'm going to build more. I think now I have a almost perfect square. Just these 2, and I think then we have a square. Yeah, cool. That's what I want. Maybe I'm going to put some more on top to make it a more robust thing. Or is this too high? I think it's fine. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. Stack them up 3 high, lay 2, 4, 6, 12 in each row, at least for these. So measure how many you need, because when you put 2 there, that has to be 2 here on this side as well, in the same length. And then we're going to use the glue to put everything together. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to build this twice, because we need another block for the middle section. But I'll make them separate, so 2 of these same blocks. Block number 1, it's just like icing or making a cake, building a cake. First I just glue all the blocks together for the bottom layer, so on this side and also on these sides. Then I just poured a lot of glue, put the second layer on top, and for the last layer I just put these on and added glue here to the center. I think then it's more than enough. I'm going to use another layer, or the same thing, just as I said. So I'm going to build the same thing again. And then let it dry, because this stuff needs, I think, at least 2 hours to dry, especially now when it's really stuck into layers of wood. So yeah, less air is coming up there to let it dry. So I'll leave it there for just a couple of hours. Here are the 2 blocks that are going to be the bodies here of the snowman. I'm going to stack them upon each other like that. But of course the snowman also needs a head. So then I'm going to build that from blocks as well. I think I'm going to take 4 like these, and then there will be a hat on top like so. And maybe we can make the hat look like this. Or is this an idea? This can also be the hat, of course. Or yeah, just like this, like I did the other thing. So maybe that will be the solution. Is this too white for the hat? The head too big when we do it like this? Well, gotta see. First let me glue these 4 together, these 2 together, and these 3 here together. Or no, I'm going to do it 4. So 4, 2, and 4 again with the wood glue like this. and then we're going to let it dry, measure and see how it looks here, and if necessary you can always later add one extra block for the head. Okay, everything is dry. Let's carefully take it off the crafting mat, just like so. Okay, now my idea was to make the head and then the hat. I still think that one block extra is better than doing this, because now it looks pretty weird. Anyway, let's see how it looks here upon, well, let's say we do it like this or something, or like so, and that we then put the head. Is this better or is this better? Yeah, well, both can do actually. Also can do is start gluing the head here behind, like so. So you can create a little bit of depth and also make the head look smaller. You know what I mean? Now the size of the top section of the head looks better compared to the head. Maybe that's what I'm going to do. So I think I'll leave it this way. I'm not going to use that, otherwise it gets way too massive. And I will glue this together, and then we can start giving everything a paint job. First, I like to do it in white. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to make the hat black. And therefore, I think I'm going to use a small pencil. You can also just take this off, but I think gluing it together first will better, because then the glue dries better. At least that is my experience, that when you just use glue on blank wood, the adhesiveness of the glue is much more better than when you first paint it and then start gluing away. So yeah, let's do it that way. So first take off some of the glue. Let's pour something up here. So this part of the hat can be glued to the head itself. Just remove some glue. Carefully lift it off. Now I'm going to see. Carefully hold it, don't press hard. Is this what we're looking for? Oh no, definitely not. Maybe this is what we're looking for this size of this top section. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it like that. So put it down, and I'm going to lay this here with this line to that one. So just grab your glue, pour some glue. Don't forget to close the cap again, otherwise everything will dry out and you can't use the glue anymore. Now let me take a few extra blocks for the support of the hat, like so. I'm going to lay it down here, just slightly, a little bit maybe is better. Let me sneak peek. Yeah, perfect. Oh gosh, of course, that always happens. Maybe I'm going to need glue here as well. Yeah, I think I'm going to add some extra. Well, let's be wise now and do that. First line. And then also add some glue here on this line, because the hat is going to be super big, and now you have some adhesiveness on the bottom blocks as well. Okay, I think we leave it there. Move this a little bit up. They might stick to the glue that might come underneath here. Now I'm going to let this dry. Okay, it's a couple of hours later. I'm just going to remove these. This is how the head of the snowman turned out. I think the head is perfect compared to the rest of the face, and I also think that this is going to work if we put it up like, yeah, here or something. Just for example, I think then we have a pretty good base for the snowman. But first I want to paint, so that's why I have my can of white paint here, and I also have a brush which I already dipped in the paint to see if I needed to stir. And yeah, that's it. I'm going to paint everything except for this here and this not either, but this will be painted and the rest of this will be painted too. The white paint is done. I'm moving these over. There we go. Time to paint the hat, and therefore I use this blackboard paint. Jen and I use that stuff a lot, and I already shake this. Each can costs about, I think it's yeah, about €6 or something from the Action. Why won't this thing open up? Oh, there it comes. And the stuff is really thick and the coverage is really superb too. Now I don't need that much of the paint. First, I think I'll start on the side parts. Still have a little bit too much paint upon my brush to start right away with the sides according, or which are here near the black. There we are. Now, as I said, I'm going to paint the top section black so that you get the hat black. This here is done too, and now it's time to draw a face. And I also have the nose for the snowman. This is a wooden pin that also came from the Action for a couple of years ago, but they still sell it. And I'm going to use the glue, the wood glue, to make it up here. And I also want to draw eyes and a mouth, and therefore I'm just using a permanent marker because I can't draw faces normally. Yeah, not even paint it. So I think I'm going to have it here, one dot here, one dot here, and the other one will be here, I guess. Yeah. So I just put one down and two on the other sides, here, here, and then here as well. I'm going to hold the nose, and now I'm going to draw dots in between. So I know how to form a smile on this thing. Just like so. A little bit more. I think we're there. And I also want eyes. One here and one there. Now I can let go, because now I have, let me show you, spots in every, this looks pretty funny, spots in every part that I want to have. I'm only going to color the eyes a little bit larger. Just like so, I guess. Well, I think that's it. Now we only need to put the nose in place with glue. Now you get this. I think that looks pretty cute. But the nose needs a color, and therefore I'm going to grab my beeswax brush and my jar with beeswax. Let me lay this away, because if there might get stains upon the white paint, that's a disaster. Well, we buy this stuff from the drugstore, and for the ones who are new here to us, let me explain. I always have my bag of beeswax brushes, because once you let them dry, this is what happens to the hair. They all get stiff and hard, but you can easily get rid of it just by pressing it, and then the dried up beeswax breaks into smaller parts, and then you are able to move everything again. That's why I like to use the lid. Now, how I beeswax, I just dab my brush into the jar of beeswax and then dab it into the lid to get rid of the most excess beeswax that you don't need. Now, where shall we take this? I think here. And just give it a nice finish. Don't make it too thick. Do not do the part where you need to glue. Now, carefully hold it on the sides, because this is really greasy stuff and it smells pretty much too. So ventilate your room. And I think then you're there. Yep. There it is. Now you can just restore this and let this dry before you apply it to the face of the snowman. Time to grab the glue. I'm going to pour a little dot here in the center where we're going to apply the nose. There, that must be enough, I guess. Now you just grab your nose, let it slide into the right position. Now we're going to let it dry, but I think it looks funny, and he's happy with his nose. Face dry, we can also just start gluing these blocks together. Just grab some glue, pour it into the center, and put the other half upon it, and then you have the body of the snowman. I think it's going to look fine. Mr. Snowman is becoming more and more realistic. Here you see how happy he looks with his nose. I only did one extra thing. I think I just glued, here you can see it, a block on the bottom because I want to give it a scarf, and I drew the mouth way too much downwards. So yeah, that was a little bit my mistake. Nonetheless, I'm going to add this maybe like this to its head, or we want to have it like this. So yeah, it isn't completely, well, how do you see that? Say that it's not symmetric, but to be honest, that's not a big deal. Yeah, maybe I'll do this so it's symmetrical with the bottom block. Okay, let's grab some of that wood glue again. You can still paint this white if you want to, but I want to see if I can do it without, because I'm going to do the scarf around anyway, and if that's not going to fit, I can always add a little bit more of white paint for sure. Close the cap again. And now just glue it down. Do that in the center. I think the center is about here. Something like this, I think. Cute, right? Okay. Now we can let this dry before we continue with the rest, because yeah, this thing has to stand secure before we can add more details like a scarf, or maybe you want to decorate anything else. See, Mr. Snowman is ready for some distressing. Therefore, I also like to use the beeswax. Just open it up again, grab your brush, and just dab. Like so. And what I always like to do is hold my brush in an angle and then carefully start just wiping up and down along the edge of the wood. And I like to start building it small. You can also do like that here. Of course, don't forget these edges. And once you're got rid of the most beeswax upon your brush, I think it is time to go a little bit further and make some more, yeah, what do we say? More thick lines. I think that's the word. Okay, I'd like to wipe like that. You can also go back and forth. Do it on these lines. And that gives a nice finishing look for Mr. Snowman. There we are. I also did the face. Let me show you a little bit closer what it looks like. I think that looks cool. Now for the finishing touch, Mr. Snowman needs a scarf also to cover up this block. And I had this ribbon still at home. Really nice dark red color. And it's non-wired and it really looks like fabric. So I think I'm going to grab my glue gun. And I fold it double. I think because otherwise it covers up the mouth again. And look, it almost looks like a real scarf now. Folding it around, make a knot here, and let the, the flaps of the scarf fall down. I think that's how we're going to do it. Yeah, I took my glue gun out, but I don't think I need it because I just managed to fold it around without any glue. Well, I'm going to cut, I think, the scarf right here. Maybe they, yeah, I think then they have both the same length, the ends. You can save that piece. And whatever you can do to make it look more like a scarf, you can leave it this way. Or you just make small cuts. Like that into the fabric. Oops, that was a little bit too long. Like an old-fashioned scarf. And the last one here. You see, now you get those really old-fashioned style scarf with cuts. I'm going to do the other one as well. Just like so. And the other one here. Come on. Okay. Pretty cute. You can put this into the right position wherever you want it to be. You can also, and maybe there we need the glue gun for, is glue a little bit more this up here so you can see the fringes better. Let me grab my crafting mat back again. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Just glue here and then push this fabric upwards like so. Oh, the glue gun is hot already. Well, then we can just do it. Add some glue. Don't let this one go in, only this one. Now hold it until the glue is dry, and then you can let go of the other piece. Now it looks like more thicker scarf to me than when I would have left it the way as it was. There. And this one can go here. You can even, if you want to position it better, glue it down. So you also get the more thick draped effect of the scarf on the front side. Just like that. Scarf part is done. I'm only missing here something on the hat. Therefore I have this piece of scrap. And I'm going to fold that in 3, I think. So let's hope that works out. Oops. Just folding this one in. Press it down. And then do the same with this part of the cloth. Without gluing your fingers, of course. There we go. Now you have a perfect piece, especially here for the glue that came out. Yeah, this one is cool. Okay, which we're going to fold around here. Now it looks more like a wintry look for Mr. Snowman. Let me hold this here. Now I'm going to add a dot of glue here in this edge. Pull it tight and then hold this one on this side. Oh, it's already there. Now repeat the other step of the other side with the same step. There we are. Really nice, fancy looking hat for the snowman. There he is, Mr. Snowman with his hat and his scarf. And I just put some greenery here underneath the scarf. Just attached it with hot glue. And then this is what you get. Let us all know in the comment section what you think about this DIY. We think it's perfect to make with your children or your grandchildren, for example, because it isn't hard to do. That was it for today. We hope you had fun watching, and we hope to see you back again next time. Take care, everyone. Bye.